He's something else. He's a hell. I'm so glad he's not. I'm so glad he's not our problem. He's somebody else's problem now. Okay.
Jiggy right now. 267-22 Jiggy.
Turn on the
Presenting
thing.
Jiggy Jaguar.
Oh, very bad choices. Speaking of bad choices, it is a world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast. And today we are going to do all sorts of things. We do not have Derek Scaife because he is stuck in Missouri. He is his truck broke down and he is stuck in Missouri. John Mosier is not here. He told me he's quote unquote on assignment. I don't know what that means. However, he has been challenged by the New Era podcast to a debate. So, we may very well have that the next couple weeks. We may have a New Era podcast debate with John Mosier. So that should be fun. They also challenged Cousin Chris, too. But Cousin Chris is so all over the map. Who knows if he'll actually want to make an appearance. But I don't know. That's what's going on. We were just talking before we got on the air. We were talking about good old Jeff Rowe, the big Star Station Screen Jeff Rowe.
I know nothing.
He is currently last we knew he was in McPherson, and he was stuck down there doing God knows what. Hopefully jail time. I mean, I didn't say that. So we are gonna. That
was off the record, right?
Yes, off the record. Let's see. We are gonna go.
And I am Jaybird Wells, and as of last month,
the big star.
I am on International Movie Database.
Look at that. IMDb. That's awesome. Now we are gonna go to our first guest, a band. I should probably find out who they
which
are.
Band?
They are.
I have to stalk them.
Well, at least you're not shy about it.
At least I don't put my head over the twat.
That's awesome. I gotta stalk them. Well, okay.
Hey man, this is Phil. Leave me a message.
Oh, leave me a message, man.
Please record your message.
Well, call us
when you
back
have finished
on the phone.
recording, you may hang up
And then I'll call
or
him
press
back on
1
Skype.
for more options.
That's how it goes here. It is the lovely, talented, and fantastically.
Satisfied with your message.
What?
Press 1
I didn't
to
even
listen
leave a
to your
message.
Press 2 to erase and re-record.
Erase.
Press 3 to...
Well, just do this. I'll just call him right back. I didn't get a chance to say the because what I was going to say was the talented, fabulous, and always intriguing Jaybird Wells, and then I was going to say, oh, and then there's me.
Hello?
There is our guest. Hello, sir. It is Jigman Freud and Jaybird Wells giving you a call for your radio interview. How are you?
How are you? I'm doing awesome.
You're doing awesome. Well, go ahead and give us a brief introduction on yourself. Where can we find the band? All these things, because as Jay said earlier, she has to stalk you online.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you can find our Facebook at facebook.com/Dreaming Awake Music. Our Twitter is Dreaming Awake AZ. Hold on one second. I'm trying to find our vocalist. I'm walking around a parking lot right now.
Screaming Awake Music? Is that what I look
Awake
for?
Music.
Okay.
Yeah. All one word.
All one word. Look at that. It's a hell of a deal here today. They are trying to find the vocalist. He has disappeared.
He's lost.
I did not kidnap him in a white van. I swear.
Well, a white van just drove by, so...
So, who knows?
Maybe I had my fans kidnap him for me.
Well, there you go. She does have an army of followers that do whatever she wants, which is kind of crazy, actually.
Creepy too.
So,
all right, I found him.
Yay!
You found him. Look at this.
Screaming Awake.
So, so tell us a little bit about the band.
Can't find it.
a little bit about the band.
Yes.
We're a country metal band. I'm totally kidding.
What?
We're like a fusion band of pop and metal and soulfulness. We have been a band for a few years now. Right now we're in our ultimate form and our final form.
Our final form. That is awesome. So, how did you guys get together? How did this whole thing start? Did you go through various band members? How did this go?
We had a couple different lineups in the past. Originally, Phil and I met a few years ago. We met like 6 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
We actually met through like mutual friends and online group, and we got together with a different lineup a few years ago. Things weren't really working out that way. Had another lineup. The way this lineup formed, though, is Julian, our singer. We've known him. He's been in like a sister band to one of ours like for years, and we were looking for a singer, and we're like, hey, we know Julian. Let's get Julian on board. We got Julian. We met Mello because he had been in local bands in our city.
Our drummer, yeah.
And we were like, oh, well, he's awesome. Let's see if he's down. And he hopped in the band.
He was like a perfect fit right away.
And then Chris, our bass player, he's very new. He's only
brand new. He's fresh blood, man.
Yeah, he's only been in Tucson for, I think, less than a year. And he happened to see our cover of Redbone on a Facebook group, and we met up with him, and he was super awesome and super on board. So that's how this lineup formed.
Now, you guys have played all over the place. Tell us a little bit about some of your different experiences that you guys have had.
That's still kosher for the show.
Well,
that's going to be even harder.
Where was it? We were on tour. I think it was our last tour, and it was the beginning. It was like the first day of the tour, and we were We
were driving through northern air. Are you talking about when we were driving in the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we were driving through like northern Arizona, getting close to Utah, on our way to Colorado, and we had stopped at a gas station. Everything was fine with the trailer. Nothing broken. Nothing was wrong at all. We started driving down the road. We got probably a mile away, and then a car was trying to pull up, like go ahead of us, which was like kind of sketchy because there were cars. It was a two-way road, and there were cars coming down the other way. They pulled up next to us and said, "Hey, your guys' trailer is wide open." And we're like, "Oh crap!" Okay, so we stopped. Everything was in there except Vaughn's bag of clothes. It had like flown out. And you were freaking out, man. You were like, what am I gonna wear? Because we hadn't even played one show yet. We were just in our like, everyday clothes that you hang out in the truck or the van, and like when you're all stripped out and stuff. But luckily, these two guys drove up like right after it happened, and were like, hey, did you guys lose a bag of clothes?
And I think they picked up all of my all of my underwear, all of my clothes, and put them back in my bag for me. My bag was like completely ripped and destroyed, so I'm pretty sure they picked up everything for me, which was so nice.
It was like unbelievable.
And then later,
good people still do exist. It's kind of crazy, and there's we were just talking about one of our fine feathered friends on the
I know Nashing
on the show before we got you guys on, and he is not one of those people, Jeffro. But
hey, what is your website? Because I can't stalk you on Facebook.
You can't stalk us on Facebook. It's Streaming Awake Music, facebook.com/Streaming Awake.
Dreaming Awake.
Dreaming
music.
Awake.
Dreaming Awake Music.
Friction Lives or Friction Lives.
Lives.
Whichever.
Friction Lives.
it's Friction Lives. That's the technical term. And they are with us today, and we are going to be playing some of their music. We are also patiently awaiting our in-studio guests. They are rappers, so God knows when they'll actually get here.
You know, you need to sit there and just tell them that we're going to start at 1 so that by the time they get here, it's 2.
Cash Hollister used to do that when he used to film the Cypher show. He'd tell them, show starts at 5, and they would show up at 2. So, it is... You know, one thing that I've always wondered, and you know, it's just because, you know, we've done all sorts of different things with various forms of music and things. When I started dealing with the hip hop world, I thought it was really strange that they didn't have a load-in time. Because, like, rock bands, it's like you got to be here at 4 to load in, and you play at 10. And these rappers are like, well, you know, we don't really have a sound check, and we just kind of show up whenever. And I'm like, what? What?
That's odd. They kind of just go on. They go on the fly, like, hey, however it sounds tonight, man. That's how it sounds.
I have been in sound check sessions with bands where you know, the drummer can't hear the kick a certain way, and so he's got to have it a certain way. The rappers are just like, yeah, here's my beat, brother.
I have a sound check that goes through my mind constantly, and I still can't find it, but I swear it was a Ninja Turtle, and it was mic check, a 1 2, a 1 2, a mic check, a 1 2, a 1 2.
Ninja Turtles.
It had to have been Ninja Turtles.
That is awesome.
Those Ninja Turtles.
Those Ninja Turtles, that's right.
Have you ever seen a ninja get down?
We have got Dreaming Awake with us today. They join us live, and we are going to play some of your music here.
I can't wait to hear it.
Tell us a little bit about Friction, because that is the featuring Jeremy Gilmore, I think. Is that how you pronounce the gentleman's name?
Jeremy Gilmore of Sycamore is a really awesome dude to work with and collaborate with. That was probably one of my favorite collaborations that we've done so far, actually. He was like super on board with it. We didn't have any problems like getting tracks from him or anything. Like sometimes when we've done guest vocalists in the past, send stuff over, and then our producer's like, I don't know what to do with this. They didn't send it to me in the right way, but everything went super smoothly with Jeremy. He was like amazing.
That's awesome. Well, hold the line. I'm going to place you on hold here on Skype, and we're going to play this tune, and we'll be back with you here in a couple minutes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hold on, guys. Be right back with you. Here it is. It is Friction, and I have heard from the rappers they have gotten lost in South Hutchinson, which is not a shock. And here we go on the big program. Like interesting, actually. We are going to go back to the telephones, and there they are. And by the way, when that track starts, you think it's going to be one thing, and then by the time the song's over, it's completely different. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I hate screaming music, and I loved it.
See, this is the thing.
I like how you pulled in some of the different genres to tone it down some, so it's not just angry music. There's actually some singing in there, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go 4 cups of tea out of 5.
There we go. The legendary 4 cups of tea out of 5 from Jaybird Wells. I've missed that, by the way. We got.
I'm glad you missed it.
We've got a fantastic guests on the line. We've got Dreaming Awake with us on Skype audio today. We have Jaybird Wells. She is so powerful. She has been able to substitute today for both John Mosier and Derek Scaife. It is absolutely amazing.
I'm better looking.
And well, there is that. And on
they can't dig this mini skirt.
I don't want to see John Mosier in a miniskirt. Now, gentlemen, tell us about your social media following, because you guys have a, from all indications, you guys are a pretty big deal on social media.
Yeah, we've been grinding out for years.
You're out of Tucson, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
So I did find the right page. You got like 30,000 people like
And
this.
here we are, the big stars.
I am definitely humbled because
we definitely think you guys are a pretty big deal, because 30,000 followers on social media is a hell of a deal.
I only got 3,000, so you are definitely like overpowering me.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Overpowering you.
Yes.
That's awesome. And well, gentlemen, before we let you go, what do you guys have coming up?
We are working on some new stuff that we can't see too much about, but we are working on some new tunes.
Okay.
We have a tour coming up.
You have a tour coming up. That is awesome.
Yeah. Up in January, starts in Phoenix, goes through the Midwest.
Kansas?
We'll be on that for like 2 weeks.
Well, see, that's the thing. When you say Midwest, do you mean through Kansas, Nebraska, and Texas, or do you mean Midwest as in we're going to Chicago? I never know.
We don't make it all the way up to Chicago this time, but we're going to Bloomington and I think Peoria. Yeah, Peoria. Yeah. And then we come back down.
Okay, so they're going. So the Midwest to them means
they're skipping me, so I can't follow them.
They're.
Oh, bummer. We didn't do it purposely, I promise.
You'll see it on YouTube.
Well, we are going to take a break. I appreciate you guys for being with us. We are going to get to our next guest while our studio guests are setting up. We have got a full day, but I appreciate you guys making time for us today. Thanks for coming on.
Congrats to Chris, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Was it Chris that's the new one?
Yeah, Chris is our new bass player.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys, and we'll be in touch. Have yourself a good holiday.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. There they go, Dreaming Awake on the telephone, and I'm going to make a quick transition.